When you go for the transaction, you lose the sale. This is sales for nice people. And yes, obviously you want the transaction because, hey, send me money, I will solve your problems. But the problem is that your buyer is not just someone facing a decision on whether or not to solve a problem. Your buyer is an entire world. There are so many things in their life and in their world that they have to consider and balance and figure out and make sense of in order to get to the point where they can make a decision. If you only talk about getting to the transaction, if your only focus in the conversation is about getting them to say yes, then you're going to bypass and ignore a million things that are relevant and alive to them. There is the stakeholders, there's team management, there might be an acquisition going on, there's a tax bill coming up, there's return on investment. There are many business technical things that they have to square in order to make a decision about buying from you. Oh, and then there's also all kinds of personal things, like maybe a kid who is sick and needs to go to hospital, aging parents who need more attention. Maybe she has a husband who keeps coming up with suggestions because while it's an employee and he knows nothing about business, he's read books and he thinks that he has something useful to say and suggestions to make. And all of those things have to be put into place, considered, squared up, made sense of. There needs to be a complete logical consistency in your buyer getting to the point where they say, yes, let's do this, here's money. You cannot afford to only focus on the transaction. You need to focus on the quality of the conversation that you have with your buyer. Because a sale happens in the context of a conversation, and that conversation exists in the context of a relationship. So instead of trying to get to the transaction, develop the conversation. Build a relationship with your buyer where you have a quality conversation about what actually is the best choice to make, whether or not to solve this problem, solve it with you, solve it with somebody else, solve it later, don't solve it at all. Who knows? What is the best decision for your buyer? That is the only thing that matters. And the way to get your buyer to making a decision is to give them quality conversations where every interaction, whether it's an email or a call or a meeting, is useful, helpful, and helps them get clarity. That's how your buyer gets to a decision, and that's how you avoid getting those stuck deals in your pipeline where you don't know what to do or how to get a reply to your follow-up. Protect the conversation. The transaction will come automatically and naturally if you ensure that every conversation and interaction with your buyer is helpful and useful. This is Sales for Nice People. And if you want to get a short and helpful daily email, go to salesfornicepeople.com/sign up, and I will see you again tomorrow.